Welcome back to the King's Corner, the place for all things Bethesda. I am the KingFanMan with a Fallout 76 news update. Bethesda gave us some new information today in the Inside the Vault about what we may expect in patch number 12, but we also got a lot of information at QuakeCon what may be coming as well. So today we're going to go over the highlights of patch number 12, and this is coming around August the 20th. That's the date we got at QuakeCon. So sit back and enjoy the highlights of the next patch, patch number 12. The main part of patch number 12 is, of course, the Vault raid of Vault 94. And that is not in this week's Inside the Vault. That will probably be in next week's Inside the Vault. But we did get a lot of information on this at QuakeCon. The dev team tried to make the Vault raids much harder than past new content like the burrows. They were made for teams of 4, but you can try them solo or in teams of 2 if you're very brave. Now, they are going to be broken up into 3 different difficulty levels, so that supposedly any level character can take on the Vault raids. But again, they're supposed to be very hard. Jeff Garner advised that you might want to start out with the low difficulty to get a feel for how they are arranged. The Vault raids are timed, almost puzzle-like areas that you have to go through. So not only do you have to contend with the enemies, you have to contend with whatever puzzles they're talking about and the timed element. So all of those things together makes it a very difficult thing to go through. Now the good news is about these vaults, they did add some really cool loot, including the potted plant power armor and the potted plant basic armor. And Jeff Garner also stated you don't have to fully complete these vault raids to get good loot. Now maybe that's because there are legendary enemies in them, or maybe there's chests in them. He did not fully describe how you will get good loot, not fully completing the event. One last thing about these vault raids, there is going to be some kind of NPC, whether it's going to be a human NPC or a robot NPC, we don't know, but there's going to be some kind of NPC at the vault that we are going to interact with, and we are going to get to see this instancing tech that they've talked about that they are going to introduce during the Wastelanders DLC. Now this instancing tech is the technology that allows each of us to talk to an NPC at the same time. In other words, it's not like other games where you kind of have to wait in line while one person talks to an NPC and you have to wait until that person gets finished before you can talk to them. Instancing tech allows each person to talk to the NPC at the same time, and it doesn't affect one another's game. So I cannot wait to see, number one, what kind of NPC there is here at the vault. I would love for it to be a human NPC. It would be great to see the first human NPC here at the vault, but it may be a robot NPC, and then to see how this instancing tech works so that we know how it's going to work during Wastelanders. Now again, I believe next week's Inside the Vault will give us more in-depth details about these vault raids. So let's look now to this week's Inside the Vault to see more of patch 12's highlights. Now I know everybody's going to be excited about this one. Display cases are finally here. Weapon display cases, magazine display cases, bobblehead display cases, and even some armor display cases are finally here for our camps. They sound like they're going to be very easy to use. The Inside the Vault says adding items to a display works much like assigning items to vending machines or a fermenter. Once you've built a display in your camp, you can assign items to it directly from your stash, and they appear for all your visitors to admire. Items you place in your display will remain in your stash, but a new trophy icon will appear next to their names. Now, the one bad thing about this, of course, that means if they remain in your stash, their weight remains in your stash as well. So I was hoping that once you put them on a display case or in a display case, that the weight would come out of that stash box as well. But sadly, it does not. Seems like we cannot catch a break when it comes to weight in Fallout 76. But this is understandable. Again, this is an online game, and every item in the game has an effect on these servers. So just because it's on a display case doesn't mean it doesn't affect the server. So that's why Bethesda does this, and they still count against our stash. So it makes sense for Bethesda to do it this way. Bethesda has put a limit of 30 individual displays in our camp. I can't see me building 30 display cases, but I've got a lot of stuff that I'd like to display. Man, I cannot wait to have these display cases in my camp. This is exciting. Another change coming with patch number 12, and we're just going to have to wait and see because they really don't tell us what they're going to do, but it sounds kind of cool, is they are changing the interior of the Charleston Capitol with this update. Now again, this is something we're just going to have to explore and see what happens with this update. They are reworking the quest line, The Key to the Past, and I'm glad to see them still working on some of the storyline, some of the original storyline, because we've got new players coming into the game all the time, and I'm so glad to see that Bethesda is still taking care on working on the main story of this game to make it better all of the time. So here we have the main story of the game getting better all the time, and they're reworking the inside of the Capitol, adding notes, and reworking the whole interior. So I can't wait to go and see what the inside of the Capitol looks like after patch number 12. Also coming with patch number 12 is something I wished I knew about, because this is something I run into all the time. It is they are going to up the caps limit. If you didn't know, there has been a caps limit in the game of 25,000 caps, and I run into this all the time. I am one that makes and sells healing salve all the time, which is a wonderful moneymaker. I also sell the Mothman eggs, which is another wonderful moneymaker. And I guess I'm a very good teammate to have, because I'm one that has to give away caps all the time to keep myself under that $25,000 cap limit. In fact, I just gave thousands of caps away just the other day. Well, in patch number 12, they are raising the cap limit to 30,000 caps. Way to go, Bethesda. This is going to be an awesome thing that is coming to the game. I believe it's going to help a lot of us, especially those that are still working as vendors in the game. Here's a little change that is coming to Fallout 76 through patch number 12. It says there is a time and a place for rest and relaxation in the wasteland, and we've heard the community's feedback that it can be too easy to accidentally start using a chair or bed when you're busy trying to rebuild Appalachia. In patch 12, you will need to briefly hold down the activate button to enter furniture, play instruments, or drink from an open water source, so that you're less likely to perform these actions when you don't mean to. Now, I don't know about the others, but drinking from a water source is definitely one that I've done when I didn't mean to. Have you ever tried to pick up something from a toilet and instead drank from it? Oh, that's awful. I did that in Fallout 4, Fallout 3. How many numerous times when you tried to pick up a stim pack or pick up something out of the toilet and instead drank from it? Well, they are changing that now. Where were they? Long ago. But now you're going to have to hold the button down instead of just hitting it for these specific actions. One last thing in the inside the vault, it sounds like Fortnite is coming to Nuclear Winter. They are bringing in Quick Kits, which is, well, it's Fortnite in Nuclear Winter. We are planning to add a staircase Quick Kit to Nuclear Winter so that you have a new trick up your sleeve to outwit other candidates when the pressure is on. Throw down a staircase kit to move more quickly and make your way up steep terrain and gain the high ground on an opponent. Well, since I don't do Nuclear Winter very often and I'm not a big PvP guy, I will let you guys tell me if you like that or not. Let me know down in the comments if you like this Fortnite type thing coming into the PvP in Fallout. So that's the highlights we've got from patch number 12. Next week we will get more highlights from patch number 12, and we will see what we are going to get around August the 20th. I say around because that is the date we have right now, but sometimes Bethesda pushes it a little bit, and I would rather them push it further away if they do not have it right. We do not want to have another patch number 11 happen to us. But I am excited about all that is coming with patch number 12. There is a lot of new content coming with patch number 12. I'm so excited about the vault raids. I'm very excited what is coming to our camps with the display cases, and I cannot wait. Tell me what you are most excited about with patch number 12 down in the comments below. And also remember, when you post your Fallout 76 pictures on Twitter and on Facebook, remember to hashtag KingFanMan so that I can feature them in my Fallout 76 videos. And that's what you're about to see right now is your Fallout 76 pictures. I am the KingFanMan. I will see you guys in the waste of West Virginia. Bye, guys.